Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I got Chris Massendale. He's my operations manager. He's running the camera. If you buy one of our tractors, you'll be dealing with him as far as the transportation. Joey Thompson's the guy who sells our equipment. He's our sales manager. If you're interested in this tractor or any of the others that we have for sale, you'll be talking to Joey. What we have for sale here, JT, what we have for sale here today is a Caterpillar D3. The serial number of this machine is 7XL0119. I'm going to leave that last digit blank. We're going to talk about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. I asked my guys not to run this tractor because we were going to video it. Evidently somebody didn't get the memo, so we're just going to video it like it is in its working clothes. We didn't get a chance to clean it up, so anyway, price on a new machine like this these days is about anywhere from $115,000 to as much as $140,000, depending on how you have it equipped. The hours on this particular unit are 4,419 hours. As far as manufacturers go, you know, Cat's pretty ubiquitous out there. They're number one in the world of heavy construction mining equipment, so that's not because they're cheap. They build solid, quality, reputable, reliable machines that stand the test of time. As the weight of this tractor is 17,169 pounds. The widest point is actually that blade there at 10'1". There's Joey over there. Say hi, Joey.
Hey guys.
That's Joey Thompson. He's a sales manager.
Little one owner.
That's right. Highest point is the top of that cab at 8'9". Transportation length from the front of this blade all the way to the back is 13.5 feet. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost all the machines we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine with no rust. You'll see where the paint's flicked off on the blade and stuff and the work equipment, but we in no way, shape, or form, we're not in a corrosive environment, so we're 300 miles from the ocean, and we're far enough south that the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen table. This particular bulldozer has got an interesting story to it. The guy that we bought it from, it was kind of, he was the owner of a very large construction company, and this was kind of his pet dozer that he had on his ranch. So that's why it's got such few hours on it. It's only got, like I say, 4,400 hours on it. So it was well maintained. He had a professional equipment manager that sent a service truck out to his ranch. He had a big ranch, has a big ranch. He's kind of ill now, so that's why there's selling these tractors, but anyway, he was a really good guy. We've been happy with all the machines that we've purchased from this large equipment company, and it should be said that before I purchase any machine, Chris Massendale, my operations manager, and Pro Provencio, my lead mechanic, they go out and they thoroughly inspect the machine. If they give me a green light, thumbs up, everything's okay with the machine, then I go out and I personally inspect it if the money's right before I write a check. This engine is a 3046 Caterpillar diesel engine. It's got a gross horsepower of 76 and a net horsepower of 70. It's a non-turbocharged, right, Chris?
Yes.
No, it's a naturally aspirated engine, which is good. I mean, it's just one less thing to break, and bulletproof engine. The fuel tank is 32 gallons on this tractor, which will run you anywhere from 12 to as many as 16 hours, depending on operation. It's got a 3-speed transmission in forward, 3-speed in reverse. All the gears shift okay with no problem. Top speed is 6.6 miles an hour in forward and 7.1 miles per hour in reverse. This undercarriage here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but these are salt rails. These are sealed and lubricated rails. You can see that little pin right there. What that means is that this pin and this bushing, they're lubricated in oil. So there's all kinds of benefits to that. Number one, they last a hell of a lot longer. They're called salt tracks, S-A-L-T, sealed and lubricated tracks. But they give you a little bit more tractive effort. There's a little less friction on the ground. They last a lot longer. These rails are about 75%. They're usually about 2.5 times as expensive as dry tracks. That's why tractors of this age, you'll very rarely see salt rails on bulldozers of this age. But like I say, this guy took really good care of his stuff. The undercarriage, like I said, is about 75%. As far as this cutting edge right here is about 75%. It does have a slight chip in it, right there. That's about the only thing I can think that's wrong with this tractor. What do you think, Chris?
As far as I can tell, if you're right.
It does not have any. It doesn't have any work lamps, which is something that can be added, of course. We'd be happy to add them for you for an extra charge. The shoe width is 25.5 inches. Track on the ground is 8.5 feet. That dozer, like I said, the blade is 10 foot 1 inches wide. It's 32 inches tall. And at full tilt, it's still, Chris and I think it's still about 10 foot 1 inches wide. So you're not really losing much in terms of transportation width when you tilt it over. What else, Chris?
I think that's it. Let's run it.
Okay, we're gonna run it in the next clip. Okay, while Chris is putting those panels on, I'll give you a quick walk around of the cab. Here's your throttle control. This is your 3 speeds, first, second, third. This is reverse, forward. All the gauges on this tractor work. There's your blade control there. Your seat's in real good condition. You clear, Chris?
I'm clear.
Rick forgot the battery on this D3. We have a battery disconnect switch. This is the bottom side of your battery with your fuel filter, easy access.
Primer pump.
Your primer pump, your battery, and your disconnect switch. Easy access on the back of the unit. Don't have to take any engine panels off to get to it.